Now Lay Me Down to Sleep is one of those ways that I enjoy serving my community as a photographer. When a Now Lay Me Down to Sleep call comes in, I remember why I love photography. I remember why I love being someone in my community, dedicating myself to my community to make everybody a better person.
In my mind, it's simply an incredible gift to a family at an extremely difficult time, using a skill that I have and a skill that I enjoy using.
It's something that you give them because you know that no one else can. I really feel like what you're giving these people is truly a treasure.
I think we have a skill to be able to give these families these images. We do it better than they can do with their little point and shoots or with their iPhones. It's the quality of work that you do, not necessarily your job description. There are a lot of really, really advanced photographers out there. They don't want to be professionals, but the work they do is outstanding.
You have one chance to do it right. And that's a very critical component of the work that we do. And it's perhaps one of the reasons why it's important that we are reaching out to photographers who are of a professional caliber, whether they are professional photographers or not. One of the first reactions a photographer will typically say to me is, "Oh, I could never do that. I think it's great, but I could never do that."
So I hear so many photographers who think they can't do it because they would cry, or it's sad, or they're afraid. And what happened for me when I walked in, I was nervous until I met the family, and then they were a family. They're a family, with a little sleeping baby.
Well, I couldn't do that because it's too emotional, or I'm too emotional, and I don't think I could take the difficulty of it. It just strikes me that that's maybe one of their best qualifications.
Well, we're all emotional. We wouldn't be in it if we weren't emotional, or if we didn't have a passion for it. We wouldn't even be in it. And part of being a human is being emotional, and that's good. Emotion's fine. It's fine to cry.
So I went home and talked to my wife about it, and she said, "Well, do you think you could handle it?" I said, I don't know. I don't think you know until you do it. How do you really know?
Well, I think you'd be surprised by what you can do. I think most people are a lot stronger than they give themselves credit for. But I find that the photographers that I have recruited, who initially were very nervous, have become some of our most dedicated volunteers, because they realize that the desire to give this family this precious, irreplaceable gift is more than the anxiety that you would feel going into the room.
But it's just that initial unknown that scares people. And once you go through the process, the rewards so outweigh the possible negatives, the unknown negatives, that I found that it's just such a wonderful thing.
I'm never off the page that I'm there for a purpose, and the purpose is to help this family. And how can you do that? I got a camera, I'm a pretty good photographer, a little bit of compassion, I can help these guys.
And I saw the father holding the mother's hand, and he was leaning up against her head, and they were praying, and I got that image. And so then I thought, it's not hard. I mean, you're just photographing, you're capturing the moment, just like you were doing a live session. You're just capturing those images, capturing the moment. Giving of yourself, if you've been blessed, why not pay it forward? Why not give other people the opportunity for that gift? Why not?
What we do want to do is take as much of that pain too and preserve what's precious for them. They're not going to have it.
I'll never forget that mother's face when she looked up at the nurse and she asked if there was a heartbeat, and the nurse said, "I don't hear anything anymore." And so at that moment, that baby was gone. And it was very hard to be in the room, but I would never take it back. I would never have said that I would prefer to leave before that happened, because what an amazing honor it is to have been there, to have witnessed that life, and to be able to provide documentation of that life.
I've been told that the best gift you can give is one that can never be repaid. And this fits that category.
You know, at the end of the day, what I'm doing is, what we are doing is so helpful to people, and that's why I do it. And that's why I think every photographer do it. My life is better because of now I lay me down to sleep.